This is a 2003 Ford E150 and it has the 4.2 in it. And today I'm gonna be replacing the power steering pump. Well, I already did, but it's right there. Point down to it, right here. And in order to get it off, you got to take this hose off, which leads to the reservoir. Then you got to take this bolt, and then there's one underneath on the back side. And there might be one on the front side. Mine didn't have one. I'm assuming it fell out at some point in its life. The van has 300,000 miles on it. But it's fairly simple to replace. You just have to take out the whole intake shrouding, move the air filter out to the side, go onto the ramp, and then you will have all this space opened up and you can reach nicely down in there. And this just comes off from the hose from the reservoir comes off with just a simple hose clamp, which you can get off with pliers. And once you take those bolts off of the power steering pump, which is 10 millimeter for all four of them, or three, the pump will easily just come right off to the side after you get the serpentine belt off and the tensioner's over down there. That is a 15 millimeter on the tensioner. And once you get that off, the power steering pump will fall right off. And this is the old one over here, which, as you can see, I had to replace it because it has a lot of play in the pulley. It was making like a screeching noise. But there's a hose that comes on the bottom, which is a 18 millimeter, and that hose is gonna suck to get off because you have to get it off at the pump, which you have to set it pretty much, just kind of fold the whole assembly over into this area here, which this one has the 4.2 V6, so there's a lot more space than the other ones. But it comes off fairly simple. And then there's a little plastic crush ring that you have to put back in the bottom of the power steering pump, and then tighten that back together, and then reinstall the bolts, which I just tightened the bolts on the new pump, and just tighten the reservoir hose, and that's really pretty much it. And then just put the serpentine belt back on and check for leaks.